Hello friends, welcome to the Crazy Calculation series of Board and Beyond. So friends, in the last class what we have seen is that how to divide a number with a divisor which is closer to a base but slightly lower than the base, right? That is what we have learned in the last class. So now in this class we will try to learn how to divide a number with a divisor which is closer to a base but slightly more than the base, right? So I hope you will find it useful in your exams, in your regular practice, wherever. Okay, so we will try to understand this with approximately 5 examples, right, wherein few will be straightforward and few in which you will have to carry forward a digit basically. So let me tell you the concept with a small problem. Let's take up a problem of 1227 divided by 12, right? In this problem I will try to illustrate all the techniques that you have to use here. Okay, now friends, you can see here this is a 2-digit number, right? 12. So the base should be 10 for this 2-digit number containing 0. So the base is 10. First we will mark base. Base is 10. Right. Now 10 has got how many zeros? 10 has got 1 0 in it, right? So number of 0 is 1. In the base, right? So now we represent it like this: 1 2 2 7. Okay, base number of zeros in the base is 1, so I mark 1 number for the remainder. Correct? Now I write this 12. I need to divide it by 12. Okay. Another thing. Now this number 12, my divisor, is closer to a base, that is 10, but 2 more than the base. It is 2 more than the base, right? So what happens here is that the quantity with which it exceeds the base, you have to write it in minus here. Correct? That means the sum of this and this should be equal to your base, right? So that is our agenda here. Now, leaving some space, I draw a line. I pull down the first digit as it is, what we did in the last class, right? Now this digit I have just pulled it down like this. Now this and this again multiplication in the last, as in the last class. So 1 into minus 2 and the product will go here. That is leaving 1 digit from the left hand side. Correct? So now this has come. Now I am going to add this and this. Second column. First column I will just reproduce it like this. Second column I will add it now. So this becomes 0. Right friends? Now again product of this and this, right? And the product has to go to the third column now. So 0 minus 2 into 0 is nothing but 0. Okay, so this goes to the third column. Now this and this gets added here. This plus this. So 2 plus 0 is 2. You are getting my point? Now since we have not reached the last digit, so one more multiplication. So this and this will get multiplied. Again 2 into minus 2. Product is minus 4, right? Let's take it up in the last column, minus 4. You are getting my point, right? So this plus this is nothing but 3. Correct friends? So leaving one digit from the right hand side, we will reproduce the this slash. Okay. Now whatever is on the left hand side of this oblique and whatever is there on the right hand side. So the digits which are there on the left hand side is my quotient, and digit on the right hand side of this oblique is the remainder after the divisor, right? So isn't it fairly simple? I hope you have got the concept. Now once the concept is clear, we will try to understand few more examples where difficulty level will be slightly higher than this. Okay, this was the very basic one, just to illustrate all that So just to summarize, what we need to do is that this number, that is the dividend, we have to reproduce in this form. That is, we will first identify what is the base, right? How many zeros in the base? So number of zeros in the base, we will mark the same equal number of digits as the number of zeros from the right hand side for the remainder. That is, number of zero is one here. So I will mark one digit from right hand side for remainder. Right? Okay. So let's try to understand this with one more example. I'll just draw a line here and I'll take the example 12527 divided by 12. Okay. Let's take it up 3 digits. Let's divide it by 112. Right? So what will happen here is, see, this is closer to a base, that is 100. 100 has got how many zeros? 2 zeros. That means I need to mark 2 digits from right hand side, okay, for remainder. Okay, let's do that. 1, 2, 5, 2, 7. Put an oblique line here, slash here. Okay, so these 2 digits are for remainder. Reproducing that 1, 1, 2. Okay, only thing which you need to understand here is 112 is closer to a base 100 but 12 more than the base, right? So we need to write minus 12, right? Correct, because sum of these two has to be equal to 0, but we will write minus 2 in this form. Please understand, minus 1 and minus 2. This is what you need to understand here. Okay, so after this we will leave some space here, okay, and then draw a line. Now first digit we will just reproduce as we did it in the previous problem. Now this into this, we will consider these two a separate number, right? So 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. I am going to produce it here in the second column. 1 into minus 2 I am going to produce in the third column. You are getting my point? Now I will add the second column now. 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1. Correct? Now with this one I am going to multiply this. You are getting my point? It will keep shifting here. So 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. I am going to write it in the third column now. I will keep leaving one column at every step. Minus 1 and minus 2. Right? Now I will add the third column. So this is a minus 3. So plus 5. So plus 2. You are getting my point? Now 2 has come. So 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Right? And 2 into minus 2 is nothing but minus 4. I have reached here. So no more further multiplication. Stop it. Right? So now third column we operated. Now I will operate the fourth column. This is minus 4 and this is 2. Right? So my answer is minus 2. Correct? Leave it to that place. This is 7 minus 4, that is equal to 3. Now friends, what happens is, whenever in the remainder it is coming negative, okay, whenever there is a negative digit which is coming in remainder, in that case what we do is that we take 1 from the quotient, okay, and that 1 is equal to your divisor. Let me explain. So I have got 1, 1, 2, minus 2 and 3, right? I have just reproduced it here. Now what I am going to do is that I am going to make it triple 1, that is I am reducing it by 1, okay, and minus 2 and 3 was earlier there. I am going to add 1, 1, 2 to that. You are getting my point? Something like this. I have taken 1 out here, 1 from here, that 1 is equal to your divisor. Correct? So what happens now? It becomes triple 1 and it becomes 9 and it becomes 5. You are getting my point? And this is my solution. Now this is quotient, this is remainder. So friends, there are two things to understand here. One is that you need to represent 12 minus 12 in the form of -1 and -2, number one. Number two, whenever you are taking out 1 from here, that is 1 from the quotient, that 1 is equal to the divisor. That is not just 1. So whenever I am taking, let us see, I have taken 1 out from here, that 1 is equal to my 112, that is my divisor. Hope you have got it. Now let us understand little more tricky problems, right? Okay. So when I am actually explaining it to you, it takes a little time, but once you have practice, you will be able to do it very fast. Okay. So 13289 divide by 1013. Right? Okay. Let's do it. So friends, this is 4-digit number, correct? So my base should be equal to 1000, right? So base is 1000. How many zeros in the base? 3 zeros. 3 zeros. So I need to mark 3 digits from the left hand side for remainder. Correct? Okay. Let's do that. 13/289. So these 3 digits are marked for remainder. Now let us reproduce 1013 here. Now what happens, friends? See, 1013 is closer to the base 1000, but 13 more than the base, right? So whatever it is more than the base, I am going to write it here. I am not going to put a minus sign to 0. It doesn't matter, right? So 0 is neither positive nor negative. It doesn't affect. But yes, -1 and -3, I am going to put it like this. I hope the point is clear. That is what I said in the last problem, right? So you have to present it as -1 and -3. After leaving some space, I draw a line. Now the process starts. I'll just drop it down like this, 1. Now I will multiply 1 with this. Please don't forget to put 0 here, thinking that there is no value of 0. No, there is a value of 0 in this in Vedic mathematics, right? If you don't put it, you're wrong. You'll go wrong. So 1 into 0 is 0. 1 into -1 is -1. 1 into -3 is -3. You're getting my point? Now I will operate the second column. Second column, 3 plus 0 is 3. Correct? Now again, 3 into 0 is 0. 3 into -1 is -3. 3 into -3 is -9. Have I reached? Yes, I have reached, so no more further multiplication. Stop it at this point. Now, let's 2 minus 1 is how much? 1. 8 minus 6, that is equal to 2. 9 minus 9 is equal to 0. Put an oblique line here. Left hand side is my quotient and right hand side is my remainder. So when you divide this by this, you get 13 as quotient and 120 as remainder. Correct? Okay. Let's take up one more problem. This was fairly simple. Only thing was that it was a 4-digit number. Divisor was of 4 digits, right? So let us take up quickly one problem. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Divide by 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. This again is a 4-digit number, right? Closer to the base 1000, no problem. Higher than the base 123, right? So base has got how many zeros? 3 zeros. slowly and slowly I am skipping a few steps. Okay, please don't mind me. Right. So what I will do now, 1 3 4 5 6, 3 digits from the right hand side for remainder. I will set it aside. 1 1 2 3 1 1 2 3. Right. Now this should be -1 -2 -3. Correct. Leaving some space, draw a line. 1 will come down as it is. 1 into this, that is equal to -1, -2, -3. Operate the second column. 12, 2 into -2, -4, -6. You got it? So I'll operate the third column now. This becomes 0. Okay. And since no more further multiplication, so I'll operate all other things. So -7 plus 5, that is equal to -2. This is equal to 0. Friends, I have got a negative value in the remainder. My remainder is here. Right? So whenever I get, what did I do? Whenever I get remainder, let me just reproduce here and then explain it to you one more time. Okay. So this is the position in which I am. So what I am going to do is that I am going to take out 1 from here, making it as 11. Okay, and 0, -2 and 0. If I take out 1 from here, that 1 is equivalent to what? 1 is equivalent to your divisor. That is 1, 1, 2, 3. Something like this. From right hand side we will write 3, 3, 2, 2, 11. Okay, so since here are only 3 digits, so the 2 digits of divisor will go for the first digit of the remainder. Right? Now, again I will operate. This becomes how much, friends? This becomes 3, this becomes 0, and this becomes 11. So, after this step, this is my quotient and this side is my remainder. Got it? So, quotient is equal to 11 and remainder is equal to 1103. I hope the things are clear to you now. Correct? Let us take up one more problem which will be slightly difficult to understand. So, one more last problem and then we will wind up the session for today. Right? Okay. 1, 2, 4, 9, 5, 7. Correct? Divide by 1021. Now, divisor is 1027, which is closer to 1000. 1000 has got 3 zeros, so I need to set 3 digits from the right hand side for remainder. Clear? Okay. So, 1, 2, 4, 9, 5, 7. 1021. 1021. Now, so this is 0, -2, -1. I draw a line here. The first digit I just reproduce it like this. Then 1 into 0 is nothing but 0, -2, -1. Now this is 2. So 2, this is 0, this is -4, this is -2, right? So this is equal to 2. So again 2 is equal to 0, -4, -2, right? This. Yes, we have reached here. No more further multiplication. Stop it here, right? Oblique. See, this is 4 and 1 -5 plus, so +4. Correct, friends? This is -6 plus 5, so -1. This is 7 minus 2 is 5. Now I have got a negative value here. So let me treat it here now. 122, 4, -1 and 5. So I have got a negative value here. So what I am going to do is that I am going to take out 1 from here and that 1 is equivalent to my divisor. Correct? Okay. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make it as 121. Okay, this becomes 4 minus 1, 5. I'll write it from right hand side, 1, 2 and 10. Correct? Now let me treat this. This is 6, this is 1 and this is 14. 121. Right? But please don't think that you have come to a conclusion. This is quotient and this is remainder. See friends, in any division, remainder cannot be greater than the divisor. Not possible. Because this is 1416. My divisor is 1021. I have a problem now. Correct? Because this will go one more time. So what I am going to do friends here is that I am going to increase it by one more time and I am going to write the difference of this and this. That means I am dividing it one more time. Same logic, right? I am going to divide it one more time. So the remainder will change now. 1416 1021. So this is 593. You are getting my point? Now this is my quotient and this is my remainder. At every step friends, whenever you are writing quotient and remainder, please check, is my remainder more than the divisor? If it is so, then increase it by 1 and then reduce the remainder by the value of the quotient, because you have divided it one more time. It is like that. I hope you got the concept, right? So that is why I had chosen this problem. So you understand? So 122 is my quotient and 395 is my remainder, right? Okay friends. So this is all for today. Let us catch up in the next video sometime, next session sometime. So till the time we meet next, be happy, be safe, keep learning with us, stay tuned with us for few more exciting techniques which will actually reduce your time, increase your marks. Okay, so all the best, prepare well, make your parents proud. Thank you so much. Bye.